like I can't even look at women now after this, Jeremy. And that's a thing. Under court, I hear that's an argument. Part of mental anguish is after you being mentally anguished, it could cause that because of Jeremy. Jeremy Lutner. Hubert Bigglesworth. When he contacted me, he was this mafia guy with the cat, and he was playing this mafia role as like he was this guy that had this cat on his lap. Stacks and Millie. Stacks. Let's drink lots of alcohol. I'm playing with my cat, playing Battlefield. And then he got his dog, Ella. And then there was Bree. No, Bree came before Ella. Yeah. Bree came before Ella. And Bree had an Ella. Bree had a daughter named Ella. And then Jeremy had a dog named Ella. Oh, Jeremy. Jeremy, these videos ain't gonna make me much money, bud. It's the actual lawsuit of the mental anguish. I wasn't just your cat. I was a human man. That I was your best man with that Bree. And I'm not a goddamn Uzi owner either, and I'm not gonna make it a crime scene. The whole point of Wells Fargo was that they have these horse and buggies because people have to, well, they don't have to, but they transfer money every once in a while. Like the whole gimmick with Wells Fargo was like Wells Fargo, it was a family network. If you had a family to transfer you the money, they hop on the horse and buggy and they bring it to all the different banks and all that by horse and buggy. It was a travel and delivery and all that was a big thing with the Wells Fargo company. Who Jeremy and his family happen to be customers of. Jeremy's father. And with this branding of the Wells Fargo company and the way that I was rolled over by the chariot. And then the chariot sat there and mocked me and laughed at me. And then the chariot was hiring people to hurt me. That could be seen as a thing that would need to be settled in court against the Wells Fargo company. Money ain't much. Money ain't much to the Wells Fargo company. The horse-drawn carriage is now just the symbol, sort of the symbolization. It's a symbolic thing to the Wells Fargo company. That's where it started. I always dreamed to be part of that Wells Fargo company. Even just a customer of Wells Fargo. There was Wells and then there was Fargo. Wells Fargo. What else did I have to say about Wells Fargo? There was one other point. Ignorance or neglect. It's not a justifiable reason to defamate somebody or to cause mental anguish. And that's what the judge will say when I provide the evidentiary videos. With my arguments, including my arguments that I am owed some money from either Jeremy Lutner's family or the Wells Fargo company. It's a daily, if not annual, conversation from Jeremy and some of the others. But they fail to realize that I am at no fault or at no guilt or anything. It's them that are guilty of the violation of mental anguish in the United States and Canada, which can be mental anguish in the law has been described as an extreme feeling of fear and grief that causes lasting negative side effects, such as these negative side effects and feelings that many are having. What about the grief and the extreme feeling of fear that both and every party has? These, in law, describe mental anguish, and there I am a recipient of the reward from the courts, which would be done under a legal seizure to have the funds, certain funds, maybe $1 million or more, for the $15 million of mental anguish. So that my family and friends and all that can have their, because I have thousands of friends and family that were relying on that money. Whereas he just caused mental anguish with it. He never made an investment. He just used me and abused me and didn't make any investment. He said he was going to invest and do all this, and then he didn't. He just caused mental anguish the whole way through. Showed me his account, eat in front of me. 15. He would no. Wells Fargo themselves recommend do not show people that you don't consider your family or your best friends or whatever any access to your Wells Fargo, whereas they were allowing me access to their Wells Fargo. But then they forgot to give a severance package. It was sort of like, no, it was sort of like Jeremy was giving, they're the owners of the bank, and they were giving me permission to be in a person that was a family friend, a person that thought they were going to get, a person that thought they were going to get money. He would say that he was going to give me this money. How much would this money change your life? Stuff like that, to have sexual benefits. That's mental anguish to the definition. And family jokes and giggles. For their pleasure, it caused mental anguish, which is illegal under law, and they owe money for it. And they live down in Texas, Katie, and they will pay. Or Wells Fargo will have to take it, and they won't even know it's gone because they had that much money or whatever. But anyways, I see the case really well. The lawyers are saying he's got a case here. So I love the Wells Fargo company. I know we will make a settlement on that.